Lawrence.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I know Doug Emhoff. He's actually kind of a neighbor of mine in Los Angeles. I see him at the coffee joint once in a while with his little Secret Service detail following him. But I learned more about him in a speech. And I can't say that about anyone else I actually know who gives speeches. I just learned more about him in that speech than anything I've picked up over the years of listening to him privately. And it's such a unique spot. First person in history to be in this spot. First man.
Yeah.
Second gentleman on his way to being first gentleman, no doubt. And what he has made of that role is a model. By the way, it's a model for spouses of people in power. He was a high-powered member of a law firm, global law firm, working in the entertainment side. Absolutely no conceivable intersection with government. He quit that job and every penny of that income to take a teaching job because he didn't want the slightest possible interpretation of conflict of interest because he was with a law firm that might, in some other office of that law firm, cross into a government situation that could be deemed a conflict of interest. I only wish that other spouses in these situations, male and female spouses, would do this. We have a wife of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court who still works for major law firms in America, taking millions upon millions of dollars a year from major law firms in America while her husband serves as Chief Justice. So Doug Emhoff is the great example of that. Michelle Obama's speech didn't need to carry any of the governing specifics that Barack Obama's speech had to carry. So hers got to be shorter. It got to go straight to the heart and the mind. It got to insist to every voter that you need every vote, that you can't quibble over some slight difference you might have with this candidate. If you find this candidate to be imperfect, but fundamentally on your side, she called it foolishness to even hesitate about supporting eagerly this candidate.
And acting now, talking about the time is short and what needs to be done now.
Then Barack Obama, who does have the most difficult job in politics, which is following Michelle Obama on a stage. There's nothing harder to do, but it's the way we met him. We met him 20 years ago in exactly this context on a convention stage in Boston, and he has been the star of every convention stage he's appeared on since. He has done the impossible every time because he's been great every time and then finds a way to be great again that's different from the last time you saw him be great doing this. He and Michelle Obama went directly at Donald Trump, which I know we're going to hear from an enraged Donald Trump about. But then there were these lines where it had nothing to do with Trump, it seems, except you can't get Trump out of your mind. When Barack Obama says, our fellow citizens deserve the same grace we hope they'll extend to us when we have disagreements. The world that Barack Obama thinks we all should live in and that we all appreciate, every one of those lines is alien to everything about Donald Trump.
I want to have our colleagues in Chicago join us. Joy and Alex are there watching on site and in situ. Tell us what you guys thought. Those were three sort of final speeches that all crescendoed toward the final three, each of which I thought was pretty great.